Welcome back everybody to the Hillside Farm, and today is a big day. It is officially planting day. So it's May 14th, which is one day shy of the I guess old wives' tale or old sayings around here of May 15th for everything. So like I mentioned in the last video I posted up here, I had a couple really close calls and I thought everything got burned. We had a couple of warm days and I thought we were in the clear, and then they revised the forecast down again and it got to like 34 degrees. So I assumed when I came up here for the planting that all the stuff that was already in the ground was going to be dead, but to my surprise everything did survive. Like right here, some of the potatoes the last time were barely out of the ground are now just jumping out of the ground, so they're doing just fine. The garlic, onions obviously are doing fine, but today I planted a lot of stuff, my warm weather heat-loving crops. Let me give you a little walkthrough and show you what I planted. Hope you can follow along and hope you like the tour. So these are some sugar baby bush watermelons. We have lemon cucumber, more lemon cucumber, and I believe this is a squash of some kind. Don't quote me on that, but it is a squash. I forget the variety. And over here, these are more straight 8 cucumbers, side by side, followed by some more watermelons down here. Let me take you aside the deer netting fence, and I'll show you what I've created today, which was more difficult than I anticipated. Hey, so before we go inside the deer netting, I planted a bunch of old carrot seeds. I thought they were inviable or unviable, whatever. They never sprouted, but then I was looking kind of close, so I was actually going to plant something else in this spot, and I noticed that there are baby carrots poking up through the ground. So they took forever to sprout. I really did think that they were non-viable, and I had to count my losses, but they were old seeds, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So yeah, I'm going to put some carrots out here, just out of nowhere. All right, anyways, now let's go back to the tour of the inside the deer netting garden. Okay, so inside the this part of the garden, it's a little actually shadier as the sun kind of sets from a different angle. It's kind of gets blocked by some trees, but here's another lemon cucumber right here. And panning over here is some more tomatoes. I don't have stakes for that one. I'm just gonna let it kind of grow in the ground as a side-by-side comparison as far as the other ones. But these tomatoes here, I thought were 100% gonna be dead whenever I came back. This one here, it doesn't look as healthy. The leaves are a little bit but it's going to pop back. It's putting blonde flowers already, which I really should pinch off this early in the season, which I'll do when we're done with the tour. So let me go ahead and take you down the other side and show you what I planted down there. All right, so this is a Seminole Pumpkin. Once again, some more cucumbers, I believe, right here. These are actually an heirloom squash that a friend of mine, who is, I guess, mother is from Greece. They're seeds that were passed down from his family, I guess, and they were in this family for a long time. So he is from Greece, but I think his uncle is from Cyprus. So I'm not sure of the variety. I've never grown this before, but it'll be kind of cool to see what it turns out to be. I'm sure it'll be fun to kind of just watch this thing grow and try to guess what it is along that way. But looking over here to the corn, I showed you this last time where it just barely survived, and it's not looking too well. Yeah, it does kind of look a little shabby, but it did survive the cold. I figured it'd be all withered up and black and cold killed off, but it's all right. It survived, and that's all I can hope for. And hopefully the rest of the corn I planted will catch up, and they'll be able to tassel at the same time, pollinate each other, and without having any no harm, no foul. So let's take a look at the other row here, and I'll wrap up this little quick tour. Obviously the peas I had no worries about. I did add a little bit of extra water, and just looking by the color of the soil here, you'll think that it's just barren and dried out, but it actually is kind of like a sandy crust on top. Once you break through, it's actually pretty moist, honestly. It's just something I have to kind of get used to, just the color just getting used to. Right here, these are my overflow peppers, as I'm not 100% certain that this fence is going to keep all the deer out. So I do have a lot of peppers at my house at the old hillside garden, so do check out some of those videos. But these are just some of my overflow peppers, some serrano, some jalapeno, some sweet lunchbox style peppers. There's a total of about 7 or 8 down here. Here's a row of, these are Cherokee Wax Beans, which I've never grown before. Thought it'd be kind of cool. Neat fact is the seeds are almost black. They're like a really dark purple, which I did not expect. So see, that'd be interesting to see how those kind of grow. One more row down here of Bountiful. These are green beans. Obviously nothing to really show. Just some seeds in the ground at the moment, but it's all about trying new things and seeing what we can just grow in this area with as little input as possible. And the beans will actually add as a legume, add a little bit of nitrogen and some organic matter back to the soil and work it back in. So although it doesn't look like much right now, it is kind of coming along. And I mean, less than 6 months ago, where we're standing at now was all part of this gigantic hayfield. Okay, so this has all been from scratch, plowed once, disked once, and the rest has been done by hand, a little bit at a time. Hopefully it's going to continue to mature as the season goes on and for the years that go on, until this has become a very no-till, hands-off, really organic permaculture style garden area. I have some mulberries I'm going to try to put in here maybe in the fall. Try to keep those low. Don't let this turn into a gigantic tree. Maybe try to keep them like a bush, or like maybe a 4 to 5 foot tall bushy shrub. Hopefully, at least that's my idea anyways. And just for the insects or the beneficials, there are some, these are supposed to be massive marigolds. I grew those all from seed, obviously, like I do everything else. Hopefully the marigolds do offer a little bit of, pest deterrence, if you will. And a row of sunflowers. These are the, they're like an orange sunflower. So just for some color, for some birds, just to make it a, not just a monoculture, just having just vegetables in here. You guys, when you're growing your stuff, add some flowers, add some different things, add some herbs. It doesn't need to always be in straight rows. It doesn't need to be in a monoculture type area. I mean, just mix it all together. That's like it is in nature, Plants grow next to each other. There's no straight rows. There's no design or planting. It just all beneficially works well. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So this is awesome for the planting day. I almost got burned twice. Did I learn my lesson? Yes, I guess I did. May 15th may be a better idea just to kind of shoot for. I'm always trying to shoot for that April 25th, which is right at the last frost. But really, there's nothing to be benefited. Even though we didn't really officially frost down here, we came down to 34, like I said, 36 one evening. The plants didn't really grow. The ones that did grow are barely have moved in the last 2 weeks. So there's really nothing to have been gained for that. And the one off chance you have a really early spring, I mean, okay, sure, you might lose a little bit of time on that aspect, but they're all going to mature. There'll be plenty of time in your season. Don't worry, they will catch up. That being said, if you have a high tunnel, or you have a way to cover your crops, like with low rows or even fleece or something like that in a smaller backyard, I mean, go for it. If that's what you want to do, maybe you won't get burned as easily. But if you have a large area like this that is just really impractical, you just can't come out here and cover all this right here, including, all these rows and all these crops out there. It's just not possible. It's just not something you're going to want to do. It's not, I mean, you could do it, I suppose, but it'd just be really difficult. And it's really not something you could practically manage on your own. Just one person come out here trying to roll, fleece or floating row covers over half an acre or something, just because you get a snap freeze. It's not really worth it in the end. So that's referring back to my last video. Hope you do watch that. Is it worth it to put your stuff out early? I mean, not really. The benefits are not really outweigh the risk, in my opinion. So I think I'm sold on the May 15th for my zone. That's going to be a different date for wherever you guys are. So you guys take that into account, adjust for your own growing situation, climate, microclimates, and exactly for the crops. Some can do better in the cold, some absolutely not. But there you go. I'll go ahead and stop rambling here, guys. I'm just really excited because I finally got to plant stuff in the ground. Things were growing crazy. I had seedlings and things that were just getting just way too big for their containers. They needed a home. Now they're in the ground. Now they're watered in. Now it's just up for the rain, the sun, time, and a little bit of patience. Until next time, guys, here at the Hillside Farm, wherever you may be at, hopefully your growing season's going well. Do consider subscribing. If you like the content, give this video a thumbs up if you're excited about planting as much as I am. All right, guys, until the next time, I'll see you guys. All right, bye-bye.